rocket company just hit a $2 trillion valuation on its first day of trading. The biggest IPO in human history just happened. And the craziest part? The thing actually making the money isn't the rockets. Stick with me. Welcome back to the Byte Size Podcast. I'm Chakit and this is episode 6. Just me, one mic, and the wildest market story of the year. So, SpaceX went public. On June 12, 2026, SpaceX started trading on the Nasdaq under the ticker SPCX. And it didn't just go public, it became the biggest IPO in history. They raised around $75 billion in a single offering. $75 billion. That's not a company going public, that's a small economy going public. And to put that in perspective, the previous record was Saudi Aramco, the oil giant, at roughly 25 to 30 billion. So SpaceX didn't just break the record, it nearly tripled it. We have never seen a debut this big. It priced at $135 a share, targeting a $1.75 trillion valuation. And then, day one happened. The stock jumped 19% and closed as a roughly $2.1 trillion company. $2 trillion on its first day. And the demand? Insane. The order book was more than 2 times oversubscribed, about $150 billion chasing a $75 billion raise. But here's what I loved. They reserved almost 30% of the shares for retail investors, regular people. For an IPO this size, that basically never happens. Normally, the big banks grab it all before you and I even get a look. Oh, and one more thing people keep forgetting. For years, Elon swore SpaceX would never go public. He didn't want earnings calls running a mission to Mars. So this is a huge shift. But make no mistake, Musk kept a massive stake and full voting control. So it's public, but it's still completely his company. But okay, here's the part nobody's really talking about. What is actually worth $2 trillion here? Everyone assumes it's the rockets, Starship, Mars, the explosions on YouTube. But the real money engine? It's Starlink. The satellite internet business is already about 58% of SpaceX's revenue. Over 10 million subscribers, nearly 10,000 satellites in orbit across 100 plus countries. So Starship gets the headlines, but Starlink quietly pays the bills. And that's the genius. The boring monthly subscription business is funding the insane science fiction one. Every Starlink payment is basically a tiny down payment on Mars. The rockets are the dream. Starlink is the cash machine that pays for it. Now, not everyone's buying the hype. Analysts at Morningstar pushed back hard. Some pegged the fair value closer to 500 billion to a trillion. So there's a real case that the price ran way ahead of the fundamentals. And that's the whole tension with SpaceX. You're not buying today's revenue. You're buying Mars. You're buying the future. And the market clearly wants in. It's already trading near $200 a share. Quick reminder though, this is not financial advice. I'm just one nerd, one mic, geeking out over space stocks. But zoom out for a second. A private rocket company just became one of the most valuable companies on the planet. A company whose entire pitch is, we're leaving the planet. That is genuinely insane. And it tells you exactly where the smart money thinks the future is heading. Up. That's episode 6 of the Bite-Sized Podcast. If this rewired your brain a little, send it to the one friend who still thinks space is boring. Like, subscribe, and follow for more. And tell me in the comments, next big IPO or a full Mars deep dive. See you in the next one.